Hey, Walter Sorrells back with more tips for the knife maker. Today we are going to take a shop tour of Pop's Knife Supplies and a big announcement. So have you ever wanted to see where all the material that you make knives comes from? Or did you want to get inspired by some new materials and gear? Well, strap in, we're going to take a tour today of a major supplier of materials and equipment for knife makers, Pop's Knife Supply. Some quick background. Pop's was founded originally by knife maker James Poplin. Anyway, a few years back, Mr. Poplin retired and he sold the company to four partners: Andy Roy of Fiddleback Knives, Dirk Lutz of Dirk Lutz Knives, Alan Sorrells of W.A. Sorrells Knives, that's Sorrells, not Sorrells, and Joey Berry of J.B. Knife Works. So they've got a retail store here in Georgia, but they've also got a much larger web business that some of you may be familiar with. So anyway, the new owners have been making a huge push to expand, the kind of stuff that's available from Pop's. Now, Pop's is located in the Atlanta area like I am, and so over the course of the last few years, I started kind of buying some things from them and we got to know each other. Now, as a result of that, I'd been planning to do a shop tour with these guys really for months and months now, but then this happened.
Hey guys, hope you're doing great today. We are super proud as the four of us partners at Pop's Knife Supplies to announce our new partnership with Mr. Walter Sorrells.
So I'm really excited to be partnering with these guys. I've gotten to know the partners here at Pop's Knife Supplies over the past year or so, and over time, as we were talking, it just seemed like there was a lot of commonality, and so they've agreed to sponsor some of the videos, and I think it's going to be a great partnership, and we're really excited about it.
I know when I was first starting to make knives, I watched a lot of his videos. I'm pretty sure Joey did,
Sure
and
did.
Dirk and Andy. And it just seems like it's a really good fit. We all kind of have the same mentality and same goals for this, so we're really excited to see what we can do together.
And, every time we get together, we laugh a lot, so that surely will help you guys make better knives. All right, so I'll have a little more to say on that subject at the end of the video, but I know you guys are anxious to get back to the tour. Hit it.
Let's go in. Let's check out Pop's Knife Supply. So, here at Pop's, we try to have most of the things you need for your knife making adventure. Whether we got pin stocks, mosaics, thong tubes, steel, you name it, we got it.
Most of the carbon steels, some of the really good super steels from basic 440C all the way up to Magna Cut, the latest greatest. We've got most of the steels. We've got the tool steels, A1, D2, some O1.
01, we got 52-100, we got 15 and 20, 1084, all your CPMs, that's 35VN, CPM 154, some 3V. We're adding new steels all the time.
And our house steel, 8670, which we love.
We try to keep a good variety of hand materials. We keep a lot of stabilized woods in, whether you're going from a nice clear curly maple to bog oak to curly Tasmanian, cottonwood, some of the new composite materials like the cholla cactus with the resin.
Lots of naturally stable woods as well with ironwood.
And then of course we go into the man-made products. We have your G10s and anything from a basic black to a bright neon green looking to multicolors and micartas and burlaps, linen micarta, paper micarta, canvas micarta.
And one thing we do at Pop's is we do a lot of cross cut. So that means instead of getting a 1/4 inch thick piece of material, we get an 1.5 inch piece of material. Instead of cutting off the face, we turn around and cut it like this, so you get a cross cut piece. We do this in a 1/4 inch and 3/8 in several different materials. We do it in a lot of papers. This is butterscotch paper cross cut. We do it in linen micartas, natural micartas, black. Super cool look if you've seen it on a knife. Definitely makes a knife pop. Here is some mocha paper cross cut. Totally different look than just regular 1/4 inch sheet.
And not only do we offer it in the pre-cut scales, which we typically keep it in 2 common sizes, but we also have a wide variety of full 12 by 12 sheets, and if there's a special situation you need larger sheets, we can work with you to get that done. But we cut most of ours to be able to fit in boxes to make it easy to ship to you.
12 by 12.
Yep.
If you cut a 12 by 12 right, you get 8 sets of
8
scales.
sets of scales out of one sheet. Then we have your sharpening and drilling and knife care, whether it's knife cases, the different oils, cutting fluids, layout fluids, hardware such as Corby bolts, different things for doing your heat treat to keep the scale down or trying to create some homones on W2, epoxies in different grades, CA glue.
We also have drill bits that are all designed to be perfect for the knife maker. So each one of our drill bits corresponds with our drilling material. For example, you cannot drill a 1/4 inch hole with a 1/4 inch tube. You need to go a little bit over. We go about 1.5 thousandths over on each drill.
Correct.
So you can fit the 1/4 inch tube in there without having to sand it off or beat it in and hammer it in. So each drill bit, whether it's for an eighth of an inch, 3/32,
1/4 inch,
1/4 inch,
3/16,
are oversized just enough to fit the hole perfectly without having a glue ring. So,
and then some of our other materials that we carry. Like me personally, I'm a huge fan of stag. We are fortunate enough that all the stag that we carry, I actually get to go hand pick it. So all the stag we have has already been hand picked. It's not just something that just gets sent in a bag to us. I go pick every single piece. Whether I'm looking for beautiful popcorn character or some a little bit straighter, some have a little bit more of a taper to it.
in abrasives, we carry everything from VSM to Clean's Pour, Norton,
3M,
all the major brands, Hermes.
Deer Foods, a lot of different varieties. If there's a certain application you're looking to have and a certain type of finish you're looking to have, we have the belt to make it happen. If you're confused on what kind of belt or need little assistance with belts, all of us here are knife makers and we're happy to help you figure that out. We're always getting more steel in. This is 2 more pallets that just came in. We're slowly moving to the front. Surface conditioning belts. And this is some of our favorite stuff. This is the round we're currently sorting, but this is all vintage Micarta material. It's at least 25 to 30 years old minimum. And come around this side. But this will kind of give you, I don't know if you can catch it on camera or not, but this will kind of give you an idea of what we look for in the vintage Micarta. There's different aging that occurs just from the natural environment that it sits in. They'll start getting dark spots in the linen. Some get real dark. So this is all fresh cut, but it's got different aging depending on how it was sitting on the pallet.
And this exterior we call the bark. It's got a real dark side, so you can leave that on and not sand the bark off, and put that against the blade, and it looks like a natural liner. So super cool colors and all the vintage stuff.
And we get all different sizes. I mean, there's 2-inch Westinghouse, for instance, or it might just be a small 3/16 piece. But this vintage stuff has a lot of character. So one of the great things that we have at Pops is, 1, we're all knife makers, but 2, we have a shop on premises where we make all of our knives. So we get to try out every handle material that comes in, every belt that comes in. We get to put it through a test before we start offering it to you, make sure it's still a good product that we want to stand behind. And we get to try it on various applications. We have 5 different brands of grinders in-house. Some of them we carry, some we don't yet. We're working on from TW90s, Rodvex, to KMG, to Ameribraids. So we get to try out all these different things on various machines to make sure it's going to work for you.
Every belt we sell in our store, we've ran at some point, so we know the belts.
All of our Micartas and all of our G10s, our naturally stable woods, all that comes in full sheets here. We actually process it down to size. We have 2 different table saws set up. One's basically for G10 and one's set up for wood and Micarta. We do our own heat treating here. So we can not only take the specs that they manufacture as, but we can try tweak it and find new things that works best for us, and we can give it that information to y'all. And we try out our buffers, we try out buffing compounds, we try out layout fluids, we try it all before it's offered to you. But we put, like I can't stress it enough, we put every product in through a test to make sure it's a good product before we offer it to you. And we feel that's very important so we can stand behind the product. You went quiet.
I'm done. I ran out a long time ago.
All right, so now that we're done with the tour, I want to mention what I think the new alliance with Pops is going to mean for you guys. Here's the thing that I'm really excited about. You know, this isn't like getting sponsored by somebody that makes hair gel or, you know, personal grooming equipment. This is knife making. And the business is constantly changing. There are new materials, new gear, new ideas. It's a real challenge keeping up. So the guys at Pops are just totally tapped in what's going on in knife making right now. And I feel like every time I visit the shop, you know, they steer me towards some new cool material, some technique, you know, that's outside kind of the realm of what I specialize in. And that's all stuff that I'll be able to share with you guys. So going forward, I'm going to be doing a segment every month that we're going to call the Pops Project of the Month. The idea is going to be to do some kind of cutting edge knife project, you know, something that you can walk away with a fresh idea, maybe some materials you weren't aware of or hadn't considered using before, you know, whatever. News you can use, basically. Anyway, I'm looking forward to cranking up the first one in the next, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks. So keep your eyes peeled for that. All right, thanks guys, and keep on making those knives. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what we're doing here, please subscribe and make sure that you click on that bell so you get notified of all the latest videos. Want to buy a knife from me? Check out my modern blades at tacticsarmory.com. Digging the channel? You can support our video making efforts on Patreon. You know, I've been banging away on these videos for like 10 years, so I hope you'll show some love for all that hard work. Link in the cards and descriptions. Finally, if you're interested in making Japanese swords, check out my full line of Japanese sword videos where I show how to forge Japanese swords as well as how to polish them and how to make fittings, handles, and scabbards. WalterSorrellsBlades.com.